Platinum trophies, or unlocking achievements in games, or completionist gamers. For a long time, since I think I had the Xbox 360, I never really cared about getting achievements or trophies. The only time I was pushed to get achievements was in Halo 3, where if you got, I think it was 1,000 gamer score for the game, you got the security helmet and katana chest piece, or was it Hayabusa? That was it. Only time I pushed to get achievements. Now, one of the main things that kept me away from trying to 100% achievements or get platinum trophies was that sometimes games would have you get these bullshit achievements where it requires you to grind for an insane amount of hours for this one achievement, or achievements that reward you for doing nothing. Some achievements will require you to not play the game, or any game that has trophies connected to some form of online PvP modes. I never do these because I know I may never get them. I think those were the main things why I never got invested in trophies back then. Now again, this is how I felt during the 360 and PS3 days. Plus, I was only playing online games back in the day like COD and Destiny. I do remember seeing a lot of achievements back then that seemed really grindy, that made me just not want to pursue that 100% or platinum. Now, I was the type of gamer that just simply played games for fun. If I'm playing a story-driven game, once I completed the main story or campaign, that's it, move on to the next. If I really enjoyed that game, like the Souls games, I'll find myself replaying it in the future. Until recently. Now, as I grow older, I've been appreciating games a lot more, especially genuine content complete games. I've also been finding myself playing more retro games as well, playing games that existed before I was even born. And I've been finding myself appreciating games a lot more than I used to, discovering new genres that I've never played before. As my love and appreciation for gaming continues to grow, I figured, let's try giving this whole trophy hunting thing a go again. And something in me seemed to have sparked, because my perspective on achievement or trophy hunting has changed. Like, I'm starting to get the appeal now. Essentially, I feel like you want to play the games that you love, and not treat this like you have to. You want to do this. As for what platform I typically focus on, it's mainly PlayStation and Steam. See, the thing I have with the Xbox achievement system is that they basically treat it like a high score thing. Like, you could have a really high gamer score of 80k and probably not have a single game 100%ed, because there are many Xbox users with very high gamer score but 0 games completed. You can see the games you have 100%ed, but you just have to really scroll through the list. Another thing with the Xbox achievements is that every achievement just feels the same. Rare achievements do make that diamond sound, but that's it. I don't know, it's like I'm not that motivated to collect achievements on Xbox. I do feel that PlayStation trophies do feel more rewarding and satisfying. Platinum trophies show a proper count on how many games you've completed, while Xbox shows how much gamer score you stacked up. I think a simple change or improvement to Xbox's achievement system, maybe add a new type of jewel or counter to showcase how many games you've actually completed on your profile, rather than navigating through a couple of menus to see the game you've completed, or accessing the game's specific game card. Or introduce a section on your profile to showcase all the games you've completed, similar to something that Steam has. Actually, I think the 360 may have had something like this. I wonder why they removed it. Also, something that both Xbox and Steam need to do more is to make game DLCs have standalone achievement sets, and also have collections of games be individually separated by their achievement sets. This is something that I appreciate that PlayStation does. Like any game with DLC or expansions, those DLCs or expansions will have their own trophy set. A small quality of life that both Xbox and Steam needs to do more. I would appreciate if they did this more for games that feature both single and online multiplayer. Cause on Steam, I have considered getting all the achievements for Halo, but that would also mean having to play the online multiplayer. Now, I love the Halo's multiplayer, but I'm not finding matches anymore. Now, MCC does separate achievements for each game and mode individually, but in-game, which is nice, but it would be cool if they separated them out of the game. Sometimes Steam does separate the game's single player and multiplayer into like their own game, like some of the old CODs. Unfortunately, I think this is up to the developer to decide whether to do this or not, which most of the time they don't. I do find Steam like the second decent platform to collect achievements on. Steam stores lots of data, and accessing achievement guides for games is quick and easy. You're not navigating through much menus because it's all right there, both in-game or out of game. PlayStation and Steam are basically my main go-to platforms for achievement hunting. There is a bonus platform that I want to bring up that I'm slowly getting into, and it's a platform called Retro Achievements. Retro Achievements gives you the ability to earn achievements in retro games. You ever wanted achievements in games like Mario, Metroid, Zelda, F-Zero, Burnout, Need for Speed, Pokemon? The list goes on. There's a lot of console platforms that feature games with retro achievements. Retro Achievements is supported by many emulators. Now, I've only recently been getting into Retro Achievements. While still a fairly small platform, I can see there's a passionate community here. And I think what they have to offer here is enough for me to get back on some classic games to get that 100% completion for games that never had a system like this. As of right now, I currently only have CTR completed, but I'll likely do the other Crash games and the Spyro trilogy. It's also important that I mention that for retro achievements, you do need to be connected to an internet connection. It's probably the only issue I have. I understand they did this in order to prevent cheating for the platform, but it's also a minor inconvenience as well. Many games on this platform do have some fun achievement sets, and there are some games with those grindy bullshit achievements. But yeah, I recommend looking into retro achievements for those who are interested. Being new to achievement or trophy hunting, I'm currently focusing on the games that I really love, like the Spyro trilogy, Sly Cooper, the Jak and Daxter trilogy, some of the Souls games. I want to achieve platinums where all you have to do is just play the game. Completing games like Dark Souls, Spider-Man 2, and again CTR were fun. I enjoyed completing these. It was a fun, challenging hobby, and it definitely sparked something in me. Plus, when you do get an achievement that only 5% or less of the player base earned, and the rest didn't, you being in that small percentage is such a cool feeling. I'm mostly trying to avoid completing games that have really grindy or bullshit achievements, or achievements that just don't feel rewarding at all. Like there's one achievement in a game called Journey, where you basically don't play the game for a week. I don't find that fun, rewarding, or challenging at all. Stanley Parable has achievements like this too, but I've read that there are in-game workarounds to get achievements like Super Go Outside, don't play the game for 10 years, which is ridiculous. Doing games that have achievements like this, I can imagine is very taxing. And again, games that have achievements like this, I typically avoid. Platinuming or 100% completing a game should be fulfilling. You essentially experienced everything that game has to offer. Plus, with games costing $70 now, I really gotta get my money's worth. The games that I've already 100%ed or platinumed is so far Spider-Man 2, Jak X Combat Racing, COD 4. Spider-Man 2 was a bit grindy. You just had to complete all the side objectives, take out all the hunter outposts, perform this move this amount of times. It wasn't too hard, it was just grindy. Jak X, I had already beaten the game. I just needed to get half of all the upgrades and also buy all the secrets. For Jak X, to get all the upgrades and secrets, to prevent myself from running out of currency and having to replay the game, what I did to get these remaining trophies was to make a copy of the save file that I had, and with that copy I buy everything on whatever section. In this case it'd be engine. Once my money runs out, reload my old save and then buy the next section, which would be turbo. And then once I bought half of all those upgrades, reload the save again and then buy the next section. So platinuming Jak X wasn't that hard since I already beaten the game. I just had to buy everything needed to get the remaining trophies. COD 4, now I have 100%ed COD 4. I completed it on Steam. It was pretty hard doing the campaign on veteran, but really the trick is to just take your time. That's all you have to do, is take your time, play it safely. And I also had to do all the other miscellaneous stuff like knife 20 dogs, take out all the helicopters in this mission, and also get all the intel. The hardest achievement in this game has to be Mile High Club. Good lord, this one was hard. I did get through it though. It was hard, but I got through it. So I did get to experience some sort of challenge. And that's all I'm going to share for now. I am going to be doing more platinums or 100%. In the end, I'm just having fun. and I'm starting to see why trophy hunting is fun. I understand this is something that isn't for everyone. You just want to complete a game and move on to the next. That's completely fine. I was like that too. I guess it really depends on what type of gamer you are. It all comes down to what you prioritize. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. Time for me to go platinum Jak and Daxter.